Hello, all you amazing people. So excited to talk about this topic today. I'm Candace Stewart Finley of the Empowered Whole Being Foundation, and I have been researching the fusion of quantum physics, quantum biology, and metaphysics for 12 years or plus years. So today I want to talk about the importance, the definition of, and the importance of multidimensional healing. And the chat is open, and this is streaming right now on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you're watching from any of those places, feel free, make a comment, and just know that if some I'll block people who are not serious about seeking their own inner empowerment. And so just know that if you're interested in this topic, please join us. If you're just shooting the breeze and passing time and maybe going into a contraction mode, I will block you. So today, like I said, I want to talk about multidimensional healing. What does that really mean? Well, it's addressing healing from the perspective and context of all of what we are in our sim world self. I'm talking about what I call the avatar, the physical third dimension energy field, because remember, we're really not solid in the sense of Newtonian physics, materialism type of duality perspective, inside, outside, and all of that. It's not really what's going on. So we have our physical energy field, and then we have what I call the bioenergetic body, the fourth dimension body. In my definition of terms, it's those two things combined that I call the avatar. In the work that I do, the deep transformational work that I do, and I specialize in working exclusively with, or more focused on, intuitive empaths. Because for the most part, intuitive empaths are the ones that are really looking to understand how to navigate and manage energy. Therefore, that takes us into this fusion of metaphysics and quantum physics. So I call this the avatar, the bioenergetic body and the physical energetic field or body. Now, in the singularity paradigm, it is, the bottom line is that consciousness includes all of this, what I call the avatar, the fourth and third dimension bodies, and all of consciousness. And according to quantum physics, the rule of entanglement stresses or expresses, I should say, that everything is interconnected. Like in metaphysics, we refer to this as interconnectedness, or everything is everything. It's the same concept, it's just two halves of the same coin. So entanglement means that your physical body and your energetic body are combined. And in the work that I do with release transformational work, we begin working with the energetic body, the fourth dimension body, which houses the unconscious blocking beliefs. According to Dr. Bruce Lipton, a biophysicist, he states that 95% of the thoughts and feelings that an individual might experience are unconscious. All of that's being directed and controlled by the operating system in the fourth dimension body. So when we start with working with that operating system, removing the contracted blocking beliefs, that has a counterpart in the physical third dimension body. I call that the embedded contraction energy. You may or may not be familiar with Louise Hay's work. She's phenomenal. She's since has passed over. However, her books, Heal Your Body, is one of my favorite resources. I have it right here at my desk at all times. If you're not familiar with it, highly recommend it. In her research, which I subscribe to, is that for every physical imbalance, disorder, there is an embedded, contracted research energy, fear-based energy. Because remember, fear frequencies spin in contraction clockwise, all what we call the feeling bad feeling. So they have movement. Energy is not static, it's constantly moving and shifting. The feeling good feelings spin counterclockwise in expansion. Our DNA only uses the portion of the amino acid molecular structure that spins in expansion. Therefore, when we focus on, whether we're conscious of it or not, if we focus on feeling bad feelings, expecting the worst to happen, we are constantly transmitting in an alignment and in coherence with contraction energy. This will begin to interfere with the DNA. So we start to, I'm working with someone with their deeper release work, there comes a point when it's necessary to support the physical energy field. So remember, we have the energetic body, the energetic body, the fourth dimension body. We have the third dimension energy field, physical body. There are contraction embedded energy in both places. So it's not a separate thing. It's whole. It's a holistic approach. Some of the things that I work with my coaching clients, when they get to a certain point, we do the liver regeneration restoration protocol. It's a whole supplement, nutritional program with SAM-E and different types of nutritional supplements that I've used personally for healing the liver, and have many clients who have used it with great results. What that does is, what we find is that a lot of this contraction energy has actually in the liver. And Chinese medicine talks about the liver being the seat of anger and so on and so forth. Well, that begins to interfere with the liver's ability to function. And the liver is so important. It controls the secretion of certain specific hormones. And when it's not functioning at optimum, that's not going to happen. So if we're walking around mostly in fear-based stress mode, there's a lot of natural functions that are not occurring. So there comes a point that this needs to be addressed. So the definition of multidimensional healing is addressing the transformational process for your physical and your spiritual, if you want to call it that, your bioenergetic bodies. It's important to address both. I have shifted out of my physical body so many different things and have reordered and shifted the DNA by this release work. Oftentimes in the spiritual community, what I've observed is a tendency to have a dualistic perception, that somehow all the work is in the spiritual body and somehow the physical body is going to just automatically shift without support. And what I'm talking about here in this multidimensional healing is providing that support. There are some different things that I have come across through various individuals. How everything's guided, and when it was time, there it was. And one of them is the Shilajit tincture that I'm using twice a day. This is the epitome of all panacea and adaptogens. I won't go into all of it. If you have questions about it, let me know. I'll be happy to provide information about it. That's just one of the things. Liver regeneration. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the liver uses bone marrow stem cells in order to regenerate its tissue. So bone marrow needs vitamin D, vitamin C. There's all these nutrients that are important. They all work together. Our bodies are designed energetically and quantum biologically to function at optimum when we are focusing on the feeling good feelings. So, definition is of multidimensional healing is addressing the reality that as we move through blocking beliefs, then we're able to then restore the level of healing in our physical bodies. As we up-level our consciousness, we also want to up-level the nervous system in our physical energy field so they can handle the bigger bandwidth. I take lion's mane. It's a mushroom, type of mushroom that's specifically for the nervous system to enhance it and improve its function. There are many other things like that. So that's the definition, is approaching it. And I'm simultaneously talking about the importance of it, of this perception and understanding of the combined focus of transformational work. Physical, energetic, and physical together, hand in hand. You're moving forward on one, you got to assist the physical body as well. There's nutrients that are designed to support that. You can do some research online, or you can reach out and ask me questions. I would be happy to provide you information about that. There is such, how can I put this? It's so important to embrace all of who you are. Your physical body is not separate from your expanded consciousness. It's not a separate entity. Quantum physics, entanglement, energy, all combined together. Coming back to the definition of an avatar, that's the portion of our collective consciousness that is designed and formed to function here in the sim world, just like a role-playing game. And because it's a field of energy, and because we're looking, if you are looking to expand your awareness and increase your consciousness and connectedness to consciousness, addressing all of who we are is really what's important. And there are healing modalities that can be applied to support that up-leveling of your physical energy field to be able to function with a broader, more expansive bandwidth of connectedness to greater consciousness. It's like the higher the frequency, you want to support the physical body to be able to function with that. And that was basically what I wanted to just plant those seeds today, to talk about the importance of embracing and taking ownership of the fact that your physical and your bioenergetic and your physical energetic bodies both need to be observed and supported and in the process of their transformation and up-leveling of frequency, dialoguing and transmission and exchange. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Happy to connect with you on that. And want to mention that if you go to my website, empoweredwholebeing.com, it's right there for the foundation. And also you'll find all kinds of information there, and I'll be uploading some new things pretty soon here. And this is my book, The Transformation Simplified. This is the 3rd edition. That's available everywhere, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and all of that. And local bookstores, if they're open, if you just, if you go on the website, you can go to books and get the ISBN number, like the barcode number, and you can order it from any of your local bookstores because it's sold internationally. And the other thing I want to mention is the free MP3 audio file. It's a meditation technique based upon my research into the fusion of quantum physics and metaphysics. That's available on the website. Go to the top bar menu, hover over the self-discovery tab, drop-down box, and you'll see Divine Heart Coherence Technique. And then click on that. It has all the info. There's a downloadable PDF of the instructions. And then you'll see where you can request the download of the audio file. And I want to let you know that you click on that audio file request link, takes you to a page where you would fill in do you want more information, whatever, blah, really short. When you click submit on that, just wait a heartbeat, because it'll automatically redirect you to the download page. And I recommend downloading it to your smartphone or tablet so that you can use earbuds or AirPods or whatever you're using and really immerse yourself. Make sure you cover your eyes. If you're laying down, an eye pillow, or if you're sitting up, a scarf. Like I use a sleep mask when I sit up and use the audio file. And then that's to help support an individual in feeling the difference between feeling focus that's in contraction, the fear-based energies, and what the feeling focus is when you're in the joy-based expansion spin feeling frequencies. There's a huge difference. And until that understanding is established, it makes it more challenging to know how to monitor and navigate and manage your energy, what you're feeling, what you're aligning with. And remember, it's the feeling frequencies, feelings first, whether you're conscious of them or not, that creates next the events, the transactions, the events, the conversations, whatever it might be. And it affects the flavor of them, fear-based or joy-based. You have the power to control that by how you feel. Being aware of how you feel is the first step to have access to that power and that free will. So that's it for today, and I'll be back into next week, and we'll talk about a little bit more about all of these great different viewpoints moving us towards an understanding and appreciation of what we really are, actuality of our being, as energy, expansion energy. Until then, wishing for you so much joy.